Jumping right into it, change.org, vote no to tropical fish ban. It's at risk with the whole Lacey Act, part of the Competes Act that's going on. I wanted to take some time to actually do this video, see what the whole structure, stipulation, everybody else thought about this whole situation with this whole tropical fish ban, the Lacey Act. But we're actually very close to getting this finished. I don't know how much this actually does for making decisions, but I would think and hope that we could at least get 2,500 signatures here. So pause this video if you're getting it on the replay. Go to this site. You could just Google change and no to fish ban. Just put that in Google search. It'll pop up. It'll give you the link straight to it. And let's at least see if we can get this petition up 2,500. I'm surprised it's not even there. But this is crazy what these guys are trying to do with this tropical fish hobby. And they're going about it all the wrong way. Now, if they really wanted to do something, they would do it with a more educated decision instead of just completely cutting everything off. And it has nothing to do with competing, what the act's really for. They're using that to try to build up more industry, kind of like a secondary build back better kind of plan. And which, I mean, I can understand with like computer chips and shortages and that kind of stuff happening, but to slip this into that kind of bill, like it's ridiculous. It's a total slip in, has nothing to do with competing. It actually creates less competition, goes more to the big box stores. I keep a lot of fish that would not even be around or in the hobby or even conserved. So the biggest thing that this has and affects is conservation for a lot of fish that don't have environments that are steady enough to know if they're going to exist one day to the next with mining companies, forestry, cattle farm, and all kinds of stuff. So for us to actually be interested in these kind of fish, completely is a privilege and a great thing that we can do for society and for the world, is have that ability to keep these kind of fish that we can conserve. We should feel lucky that not everybody's working in a coal mine and trying to make that buck. Like, there's people out there who can go travel around and make a deal about it. But anyways, conservation, big thing that it's going to hurt. And I'm not just going to talk about the problems either. I'm going to talk about some solutions. I figured this will be kind of an open forum too. And I know I'm just kind of jumping into this video with you guys that are live here, but I kind of want it for the people who replay to kind of get and understand. So for those who are popping in, if you guys haven't been to change.org or Googled vote no to tropical fish ban, or just go to that website, please do. And I mean, I don't care if you hop out of here to do it. Like, I'll still be here. You'll be able to watch and pause or whatever. It's up to you. Anyways. And I want to hear your guys' feedback as well. Like, I don't want to just talk about my opinion. I'm going to be watching the chat here. I'll scroll back after I put my little rant in. And it's just kind of silly, the fact that, like, I swear these legislators are going to legislate themselves to death because they run out of things to legislate, and they feel like they got to put their hand and pocket into everything. Like, you can't move around hardly anywhere without... You can't leave outside without it costing you. Like, it's crazy how many people are trying to dip their hands in your pocket and what they just decide to create. It's insanity. But in a nutshell, this whole agenda that they're trying to play in this bill does not look good for us. I know the legalese and the lingo is kind of here and there, and it's kind of loose. But for the most part, they're going to create a white list that only has certain fish you could keep. So screw all those rainbow fish that Gary Lang went and caught out. Not to mention all these other people who go out. The killifish hobby, oh my God. I don't even think they would even know where to start in the killifish hobby. So this could totally screw things up. Now, if it does happen, and God forbid it does, but if it did happen, I think it would be really important to hang on to those fish. Don't just try to get rid of them. Try to hang on to those, because maybe in the future we can get them onto the whitelist. We can move them into the hobby bright. And also, it'll become a commodity for the state. Like, we won't be able to transport fish from state to state, certain ones. And I think it would still be important to keep these in the States. So people hoard up on conservation right now. It's probably the best time to buy those rare fish, to be honest. And then clubs, especially those who run clubs. And I know many of you guys that watch my channel that are presidents and do run clubs. Don't lose hope. This is actually a bigger time for you guys to push the promotion of clubs, because with clubs we will be able to keep and conserve them through this if it does pass. But it's kind of silly that they think that they know what fish should go, and I hear it's like only 50 fish on the whitelist. I don't know, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I do understand that there's some fish that should not be sold. Common pleco for one. And I mean, some people might disagree or agree. Pacus, I don't think those really should be. But I mean, they're kind of cool to some people. If they're kept right, yeah. But the misinformation on them and just selling them people not properly, I think that lies into the seller. I don't think the government should be able to control our fish hobby and plants. Because at first, I thought it was just fish. People were telling me that it's plants as well. And I cannot believe that it would even include. I mean, I could see some plants, because things do mix. But who knows who's going to put this list together, these lists together. It's crazy. Yeah, the palm oil extractions, yeah, those are terrible for habitats too. But I'm going to hop in here into the chat and kind of read through. If you guys got your opinion or want to say something. I'm mainly making this video to hopefully push some signatures over to that petition and encourage you guys to contact your local representatives. I don't play into the whole voting for a babysitter kind of game. I don't want to talk about that too much, because I know some people will judge you over your thoughts and whatnot. And to me, I don't really, it's like contracting into a babysitter, in my opinion. I could go deeper on this, but this is a fish channel and I want to keep it fish related. And as a bigger channel, I don't know if I'm really bigger, but you guys, I do have quite a few viewers. It is harder for us to talk about that kind of stuff because people sway so many different ways. All right, Fish Ranch House, I'm buying more fishes soon. I'm buying a pond for my fish room. That sounds awesome, Fish Ranch House. I mean, that's a great name to be doing something like that too, so cool. And hello, all you guys in the chat, all you awesome people in here. And sorry, hopefully I'm not stepping on anybody's toes with this live stream, because I know it's kind of out of sync. Let's see, Chris Trapp says tropical fish will likely be about 750 species of the 10,000 currently in the tropical fish trade. There are roughly 2,000 cichlids of all types now available. There are 1,500 tetras. Yeah, that's insane. Not counting killifish, rainbow fish, a catfish, even the little catfish like loaches, there's boras. Now, I understand if they're having issues somewhere else and they need to be protected, but we have laws and systems to help with that. You don't just completely shut things down. And if people are farming too, and if there's actual just cause that shows proof and evidence that these fish or animals or whatever are injurious to the area, then yeah, slap it on that blacklist. But if it's not, you don't know, then but I mean, there's another ways about it too, because I see why they trying to protect areas, and I will look at that view. I'm sure collections, there's a lot of people collecting stuff from all over. Like the amount of stuff that we can get now compared to what we could get just a couple years ago, and not to mention 4 years or 5 years before then or 10 years before then. Like it is exponentially just shot up as far as like the types of things that we could keep. So many things that we could keep. So I think a lot of it is just the uneasy unknowing of where this stuff gets collected, in which we need just better systems of actually cataloging that. And if we had that, then we probably wouldn't even be in this predicament. Hi Lucas, what's the chain link to sign? I don't know if I could actually write it to you guys. Let me try to write it to you guys. And I am going to try to keep this video short. Just because, oh no, I can't. Just because for the people who want to replay. I'll probably keep it at like 20 minutes. Let me flip you over, I'll show it to you. If somebody in the chat can link it, I don't have, Chris Trap, let me see if I can make you a mod. I don't have many mods anymore. They all moved on. Lady Diane, I'll make her a mod. So if any of you guys, I'll make Terry a mod. I might regret that, but I'm counting on you, Terry. I know you want to do me wrong. Let's see. So we got a few mods, new mods. If any of you mods can get on here, and let's at least get this to 2,500. That'd be awesome. You can see it's at let's see, recount. 24, 28. I thought I had 34 before. That was kind of weird. Unless it's just now counting. Yeah, I don't see it still hasn't gone through that, or it's gotten close. I don't know. That was weird how it counted that up. You guys see that? Well, there's 35. It's going so close to 2,500. Look at it go. All right, all right. Hey, is it Friday already, right? Joel G says, can you read my messages, Lucas? I can, Joel G. Joel G's a mod. There you go, Joel G. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for linking that. Zoom into link. There you go. Oh, man, we're only 55 away now. Wasn't it Florida that added the amendments? I think it was. From what I heard, it was old Rubio. But, you know, they're the same birds. They're the same wing of the same bird. It's a big club, and we ain't in it. But let's at least let them know that we don't want our fish to be banned, or plants to be banned. All that. We'll come back. We'll look at that here in a couple minutes. But, yeah, if you haven't yet, pause this video. I'm going to jump back into the chat here. If you guys want to say anything else about it, we'll go through. Almost there. 980. Scroll. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, and share it. Pass it around. I mean, it's so close. So close. 55. And just for conservation, really, like, it makes no sense why they would try to sneakily put that in there. Like, people should have, on such a big thing, especially with industry and even lobbying. I mean, I'm surprised we don't have fish lobbyists. There may be. Hopefully Seagrass got some lobbyists in there for us or something. I don't know. But you would think that would have to be separate. But no, they just smash it all into one, and then they get away with everything. And they steal from us to do that. It's insanity. It is absolute insanity. All right. LOL, Terry, you were just saying you don't mod today. Oh, boy. And thank you, Chris Trap, Lady Diane, for becoming mods, too. Sorry I sprung that on you. But I figure you guys wouldn't mind. But bans at the state level already exist. Exactly, it does. And why not work on that instead of just cutting it off at the head, you know? Saying, screw you guys, you're all criminals now. Pretty much want to create and make us criminals for doing something that we've been doing. It's like prohibition. It's the same thing as making alcohol illegal. Like all of a sudden everybody's a criminal just because they want to keep a certain fish. Like what the frick? Hey, keeping fish simple. Good to see you in here, brother. Your channel's been blowing up, by the way, in your videos, man. Nice. Nice. Good to see you smashing it out, though, and see you in the chat. But I think you're over on the other side, across the pond. I don't know. Do you guys have laws like that over in British? Thank you guys for signing that. That is awesome. You guys are going to have the same laws as us here in Australia. Oh, so you're Australian. I knew it was like that kind of British accent. I wasn't sure where. But that's not good. I know a bit about your guys' laws over there. And I've been pretty happy that we don't have the same. All the former British colonies have strict laws. Did you know pretty much the whole world is former British colonies? There's not one part of the world, besides Russia. I don't think Russia's ever been taken over. China's been taken over by the English. Africa has, both Americas, Canada's. Pretty much everywhere. Besides, I don't know if Russia ever got their hand that deep into England. Or England got their hand that deep into Russia. But yeah, I mean, British used to rule the world. It was crazy. And then we went against monopolies and stuff like that, and that stuff kind of broke up. And then we started allowing monopolies again. Now we're having the same problems. It's a whole cycle and game they play us through. It's kind of insanity. Fish lobbyists don't have deep pockets. That's probably right. Scroll. All the former British colonies, blah, blah, blah. You can't import anything, basically, only like limited tetras and rams, etc. That's crazy. And I mean, I know some things happen in Australia, but like, it even has happened here in America where some of these species have gotten out, but it's like some weird insect, and it usually doesn't even come from the pet industry. It usually comes from some trade or something. But thank you all for signing that. Wow, can't even import pea puffers, bristlenose, L numbers. I saw you breeding a lot of L numbers over there. Celestial pearl danos, that is crazy. Absolutely crazy. See, we don't want that here. I feel bad for you guys in Australia. I watch a lot of your guys' politics and how they handle stuff, and it's they kind of been crazy over there. The whole world's gone mad right now. It's because Hollywood burnt down, and now that Hollywood burnt down, they decided to make the world a stage. Like William Shakespeare's The Globe, you know? It's just all bad acting at this point. That's why pea puffers are 200 each here. Oh my God. And that's what I'm saying. For you guys who, if this does ever happen, hold on to your fish. Hold on to your fish. And at least give them to another person in your club, because don't be greedy about it. The worst is when people are greedy about it. They hold on to it and nobody else has it to back up. You should always have somebody to back your fish up, because things happen. Let's see, scroll. I thought maybe it was due to the whole bat situation, not wanting to bring in whack unknown diseases via exotic pets. Yeah, that whole bat situation, pretty much the whole ideology of that was thrown out the window. We all know where that came from. And it was created, and there's so many scientists that will even back that up, that it couldn't even exist in nature. But yeah, don't worry, everything will work out in the end. Yeah, I mean, you have to roll with the punches in life. You have to be cordial about it. Can't stress. You do what you can, and that's why I'm making this video, to try to do what we can, hopefully up front, and not have to battle it later to where it's a tougher fight. Because it's really hard to get voices heard on the deaf ears of our babysitters, quote unquote. I don't know. You know what I mean? What's gonna probably happen is prices will crash and then in a few years will creep up. I don't know. The fish hobby is huge here. There's so many people with tanks, and I don't see people just letting go of their tanks. Like, once you're in the hobby, like, it's a bug. It really sticks to you. Really, really, really sticks to you. Moby Dick says LRB may need to take a few more of your fish to Florida than 8. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm about to stock Florida up with some exotics. Jim T says I'm a criminal. Aren't we all in some sort of fashion, I guess, anymore? Jeez, keeping fish to be a crime. What insanity. Greed is what caused this mess. Exactly, all together on all the fronts. By a handful of certain people. I mean, and if you know anything about the WEF, the World Economic Forum, then you know where a lot of this is coming from. Anything that is hard to breed that can currently be imported cheaply now will become ridiculously priced in the future. Yeah, so we'll start filling that. The 3 P's, polite, professional, and prepared to fight. Mad Medic. That reminds me of the 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance. If a law is unjust, man is not only right to disobey, he is obligated to do so. I agree. We create our own prisons. It's definitely a mind game, and government even stems from the word to govern minds. You own nothing and like it, yeah. Jeez. And see, the sad thing is, Tetra Guide TX says, I hope we don't end up having to litigate this in federal court. That's an expensive, time-consuming process. Exactly. And that's the thing, too, with, like, a lot of these situations that they cause, we end up paying for it anyways. It doesn't come out of their pockets. They feed off the leftovers. They feed off the knowing, the knowledge. But they don't ever pay for it. They're not paying for this litigation themselves. They can do that, and then they worry about us having to pay for that litigation. Us having to worry about it. And that's how they're able to set this up. It's a total racket. It's a rigged system. It's insane. And the fact that we pay for it and continue to pay for it, it's insane. And the reason why I say insane, because it's just repeating the same thing and expecting different results. Contact your senator. It looks like it passed the House on party lines. No bueno, no bueno. Are there any particular fish you can suggest I go out and buy? I would buy pretty much any fish that doesn't come from a box store. Fish that have weird names. Fish that don't have that common name. Because those are what will be conserved, need to be conserved the most. Cares. There's the Cares site. Let me pull you guys over here, because that's a great question. Hopefully I got a tab left here. I do. Lucky us. Cares fish. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Cares Preservation Program. So go into this. So many fish here need conservation more than anything, because they already have risk ecosystems. And a big reason why we need to fight this is to be able to conserve from these ecosystems of once was or may not be. Like, it's crazy. But Google, I mean, just the power of some few letters will get you a long way. I know I still use Google too, but it's easier for me. Michigan Tropicals, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Michigan Tropicals, my brother, always great to see you. It says, tropical fish farm coming to Michigan soon. Yes. Yes. I hope so. I'm going to try to build the biggest farm I can. Right now, we're looking at a place with 8.8 acres. And, you know, I'm going to get this mud mixer machine that I can create concrete vats out of and pump all kinds of stuff and just be breeding. So, if anything, like, if we push even harder on this, like, what are they going to really do? We got to kind of hold it and stand our ground on this. But, thanks for stopping by, keeping fish simple, and sharing your perspective over there in Australia, because like you mentioned, we'll probably end up kind of how you guys are over there. But yeah, hopefully we could meet up someday. Never know. I've always wanted to go to Australia. Hopefully things lax a little sooner than later. I know they've been letting international people back in a little easier. All right, I'm gonna try to scroll down here. I hope they have this petition at the Aquatics this weekend. Me too. I do not know when it actually gets voted on next. Let's see where we're at. And like I said, I wanted to keep this video kind of short because I don't want people seeing, oh, hour long. I don't want to bother with that. But I think if I stay under 30 minutes here, I'll be like, all right, I'll look at it. But all right, we're so close. So if you haven't seen it yet, change.org. Let's get it there. Just type in Google change vote no fish ban in Google. Type that up, that'll come up. Or you can just try to copy it. You can't copy and paste that. But they're putting it in the chat. Anyways, I'm going to hop off here. Let's see if we get this to 2,500. It's so close. 20 more. Oh, 19 more. It is getting there. It is totally getting there. Man, I kind of feel like I need to stay on here because we're so close. But like I said, I don't want to make the video too long. Big box does seem to win in this situation. Yes, exactly. It does. It does. Oh, that's only one of many. This is one of many. I've got so many tabs. And those all are pretty much like that. It's how I keep things organized a little bit. I pump a lot into this brain. But Aquarium Co-op, so awesome to see you in here, brother. And I can't wait to see you at Aquatics. Haven't seen you for so long. I know you got that new house, and it takes time to get settled and get everything done. And yeah, nice to see you getting back out to the events. So that'll be awesome. So close, 15 left. Where are we at? We got Papa Shrimp in the house. We got Oddball Aquatics in the house. Science Gals in the house. All kinds of channels. ADHD. All right, I'm going to hop off here. Keep it under 30 minutes, but we're close. 15 minutes. Hope you guys all take care. Thank you all for watching, and let's do this. And until next